This tree is a chocolate sapote, and right here you can see the new growth, and this one alone is about 10 inches. This one is about a foot or more. And what I need to do on the inside needs pruned. So rather than lose these cuttings, what I'm going to do is air layering. And the air layering, the time that you do the air layering is when there's new growth. Okay, this interior section, this needs to be removed, and what I'm going to do is choose this area right here, and I'm cutting into it, girdling this, cutting all the way around. And you want to remove the bark and scrape the cambium layer. Okay, so I cut right here. Now we want to go about 3/4 inch to an inch and also go around. You need to scrape all the cambium layer off. If you leave it connected, it will bridge and rejoin and may not establish roots. That cambium layer is going to feel moist, wet, maybe slippery. Okay, now this is going to be our root ball. What I'm going to do is slice this open. This will be placed around like this, and now we need to tie it. This sphagnum moss needs to be damp, but not overly wet. Okay, next we're taking some foil. Foil will help keep moisture in, it'll block the sunlight, help keep that root a little cooler. And now we leave that on there for about 8 weeks. And we can inspect by rolling the foil back and checking to see if roots are touching the outside of the plastic ball. There's a second one. These are interior, and there's probably more that can be taken out. We'll do these. This is a bottle brush bush, and I need to make some cuttings. And I'm going to air layer this. And make sure you cut all the way through to the wood, and it will separate on the cambium layer. And one reason why you do the air layering, it gives you a well-established plant. It's a little more mature. It will give you an identical plant. If it's a fruit tree, you'll get the exact same fruit. It gives you a little bit bigger of a plant than a seedling. Okay, all the cambium is off. Now we take one of our pouches. Okay, this goes over top. And you put it about 2/3 of the way up because it's going to root from this part and it'll give you some room for it to move down. You want to squeeze this pretty good. You don't want air in contact with that wound that you just made. Okay, take some aluminum foil. This will protect it from the sun, help keep the moisture in, and help keep it from drying out. Okay, we got an area here. We're going to girdle this. So we make a cut, 2 cuts, 3/4 of an inch to an inch apart. Okay, all the bark's off. Now we scrape this clean. You can feel the cambium layer. It'll be wet, cold, kind of a little slippery. So we scrape this until we get it dry, till it feels dry, and then you know the cambium is off. And again, you don't want to leave any because it could create a bridge and it won't root. So we got all that off. Take our bag. About 2/3 of the way, 1/3 above, and you could use anything. I'm using this cellophane grafting tape. You could tie it, you could use electrical tape. And again, we want to squeeze it tight against that wound. We don't want to leave air space. And this sphagnum moss is very moist, but you can't squeeze water out of it. So it's moist but not soaking wet. Then again, let's shield it. There, I just squeezed a little drop out. Taking some foil. And foil will help hold moisture in, shield it from sunlight, keep it cooler. And again, we leave it for about 6 to 8 weeks. We'll inspect it for root development. When we see the roots, we can cut it off, and we have a new plant that's identical to the parent. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.